One other thing that I wanted to point out is that that dialog box that came up that Revit said I'm turning on the show mask mode. Let's take a look at what that does and where it is. So if I go to my massing and site tab, there is under conceptual mass, show mass form and floors. And this is what that dialog box did. It turned this on. So in the pull down, you have show mass by view settings, and that turns the masses off in this view. If you have show mass form and floors, it turns it on for every view, so you'll be able to see it. So it's very helpful that it does that. The thing that's a little strange is that if I save this file, right, so I'm just saving this project, save it as twist tower project. Okay. So if I save this file and then I close the file, so I'm just going to close the project, and I'll close the conceptual mass too. I can then reopen that project. And if I go to my 3D view, it's actually turned that off. So every time you open and close Revit, it goes back to show mass by view settings. So you can either come in here each time you open it and go to show mass form and floors, or if you want a mask to be on permanently, you don't have to worry about that. You can open up your visibility graphics dialog box, which is over here in the properties under visibility graphics. You can click edit, or you can type VV, and it will come in with this dialog box. And if you scroll down, there's a visibility column. And if mask is not checked, you can check it on, and now that will be on permanently in here. You can always turn it back off by going back to VV and removing the check, right? And we'll talk more about that later. One final thing. Let's turn that guy back on. If you've loaded this in here and you delete it, so I'm just picking it and deleting it, and you want it back, you could try to go back and reload it, right? So here's my RFA, the family file that I made. So if I had that open, I could load that into project, but if you do that, it just pops the project back up and nothing happens. And the reason for that is because it already exists in here. We've already loaded it once and we just deleted it. But Revit has a whole family of items that live in this families area under the project browser, and it keeps it. It's like that, that conceptual mass is still in here. It's just not placed in the project. It's just there in the project library. So if I go to my site plan and then scroll down to my mass and expand that, you'll see that it's in here already. And that in order to get it, I can come in here and left click and drag it out and place it, right? So there's that guy. Or another way to get it is to go to your architecture and component, click on the component icon up here, and it will show you all the potential loadable families that you have right now through the component. And I could come in and load that guy through there. So those are the two ways you can do it. All right.